Events March 2023. If not at the Catholic University of Lublin, then where? Here in the place where the Holy Father John Paul II, and before that Cardinal Karol Wojtyła, endured, it was here that he spent almost 25 years of his academic life, at various times. From 1953 to 1978, he regularly came to our university, and when we look at the edifice of our church, and today we still reach for the gospel, we hear the words that flow. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And in this context, John Paul II, when he spoke in Lublin in 1987, said these words: University, serve the truth. By serving the truth, you serve freedom. And we want his words to resonate in each of us, and not only resonate, but transform and encourage us to follow the path of truth. I am glad that today's speakers will take on this issue to introduce the figure of the Cardinal Karol Wojtyła. I am very happy that today we are integrated by the John Paul II Catholic University of Lublin. I had the opportunity to meet many of you on the occasion of the various events that led to the first edition of our study. As we well know, this is not an overnight affair. It is a matter of many meetings. You increase the group of students, now adults, those who have already acquired a certain level of knowledge and expectations. This proximity, this contact with you online for now, but there will also be an opportunity to exchange views, questions, debate and discuss. Today's ceremony shows us the expansion of Father Professor Franciszek Blachnicki's activities. We knew him mostly from his activity at the university, but I know that his merits for Poland, for the Catholic Church in Poland, and I believe also in other countries, his theological thought, and also his activities related to the Light Life movement crossed our borders. We know that he is a martyr, and it is with this reflection that we approach each of these presented panels. We hope that this will also encourage many people to some consideration that truth always prevails. The fate of the Jews is a warning to us when we don't remember. Because if you don't remember, you are actually in the middle of nowhere. Therefore, we remember. We want to remember. We are part of the Polish community, part of the Polish nation, not genetically, but spiritually. This is what people who felt themselves to be Polish were like. Such was the identity of the Jewish people, very different culturally from Polish, very different religiously. Actually, we are connected by common roots, we are connected by common 10 commandments, psalms, many things unite us, more unite us than divide us, and this is the most important. For all that, spiritually, Polish Jews have always been Polish Jews. This is so strongly steeped in the Polish land. That's why from here, the Jews went to the death camps. They were part of Poland. Simply part of Poland. Part of Poland was murdered. 3 million Polish Jews were murdered, part of our entire identity. We were able, together with the East Lublin District Court, to invite a small Europe organization under which SET operates and whose tasks include improving the efficiency of the justice system. Today, the pilot courts from the Council of Europe are meeting here at the Catholic University of Lublin, and together with them, we are trying to find a good solution for the justice system in all countries.
Bardzo się cieszę, że możemy dzisiaj w Lublinie rozmawiać w gronie.
I am very happy that today in Lublin we can talk among representatives of the court representing practically all countries of the Council of Europe in this SEEP. We also talk about the efficiency of the judiciary. It is important for the judiciary in Poland, for the Ministry of Justice, that this cooperation takes place,
Ta współpraca ma miejsce, że możemy
that we can exchange experiences.
doświadczeniami.
Oczywiste, że to jest ważne.
I think this is an important university because of its history, which has provided Lublin with academia. I think that without the Catholic University of Lublin, Lublin today would probably not be an academic city.
Myślę, że będziemy przedstawiać to, co my sami
We will
przeżyliśmy.
present what we ourselves experienced, what was our path, and how we discovered it. What were our difficulties in a special way, but also how and what convinced us. What is worth emphasizing is the atmosphere here, not only because of our old building, but because of the people who teach here and are convinced that master-student education in this good atmosphere is very effective.
Też cieszymy się, jeśli
Today we also are happy if universities cooperate with each other and open joint research projects, but also didactic projects. In general, I think that Lublin is one of the best prepared cities to educate for the needs of young people today, but also for business.
to również katolickiego.
This also applies to the Catholic University. Today, we meet at professional and exploratory meetings organized by the Career Office of the Catholic University of Lublin, together with the scientific team of international relations of the Institute of Political Science and Administration. The meetings are very popular among students.
Spodziewam się spotkania z ciekawymi osobami.
I expect to meet with interesting people. These are vocational recognition meetings with ambassadors, with representatives, with volunteers, but also with people who practice the professions in question. The first guest of our meeting is a career ambassador to the European Union institutions.
Na spotkaniu tym opowiem trochę bliżej.
At these meetings, I discuss more in depth the requirements and the specificity of such work, what particular internships look like. Since October, I have been serving as a European Union career ambassador at our university.
Tutaj uniwersytecie.
Dzisiejsze spotkanie ma na celu
Today's meeting is aimed at introducing students of the Catholic University of Lublin to the profession of a police officer and also to present the tasks of the police.
ponadto poruszony
In addition, the following topics will be discussed: what tasks, what duties police officers have, the recruitment process for service, and what the police as an employer offer.
jako pracodawca.
Czas na umysł. To jest
Time for the Mind is a conference organized by the Scientific Circle of Students of Cognitive Science of the Catholic University of Lublin. It's a conference of students, and this year we organize it for the 5th time. This edition is devoted to the subject of imagination from many different research perspectives. We cover the topic of imagination from a psychological perspective, from a philosophical perspective, and from the interdisciplinary field of cognitive science, which is very close to us here. During this conference, it is important to address the topic of imagination from many different perspectives.
Konferencję zorganizowaliśmy w
We
związku
organized the conferences in connection with the establishment of cooperation between the Institute of Sociological Sciences and the Archdiocese of Lublin. This cooperation was related to the announcement of the Third Synod of the Archdiocese of Lublin and the sociological research initiated at the Institute of Sociological Sciences directed primarily concerning secondary school graduates, but also catechists and adults who work with young people.
dwóch pierwszych sesji
The aim of the first two sessions of the conference was to sketch this interdisciplinary background on youth and the social cultural conditions of their growing up, so that in the third session we could present the results of the research carried out in the Archdiocese of Lublin and discuss what it means in today's times and in the Diocese of Lublin to understand youth, support youth, and accompany youth.
Tak jak w życiu nie ma dwóch identycznych sytuacji.
Like in life, no two situations are identical. So in the chaplaincy service, serving the military, police, firefighters, correctional service, customs service, scouting as well, as many other military, paramilitary training formations all indicate that it is still important to focus on awakening the spirit of service. Therefore, let this conference show everyone that nothing has changed through the centuries, through the generations, the homeland and the nation. The state needs wise, in-depth service for the common good, and chaplains help in this.
W tym pomagają.
Bardzo wzruszające wydarzenie.
A very moving event at our university, at the Catholic University of Lublin, to commemorate 36 students who were not fortunate enough to receive their graduation diplomas. This is a very meaningful exhibition. This is a topic that will always be relevant. Whenever some person, a young person, a student my age, gives his life for the freedom of his country, his homeland.